Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a review on my custom built Challenger 1 main battle tank. So yeah, let's get into it. Start with a little bit of history. This is obviously a main battle tank, yeah, so it was just built in, I think they first used them in 1982, or at least that was when it was first brought into service. Obviously now this isn't used by the British Army, but it is still used by the Royal Jordanian Army, I think that's right, but yeah. So this isn't used by the British Army, like I said. They do now use the Challenger 2, which is a completely new tank, even though it does look quite similar. It only shares around 5% of the original parts with this tank. So yeah, really is a brand new tank, but it does look quite the same. Much like the Abrams tank, the M1A1 is similar to this. It looks exactly the same as the M1A2 Abrams, which is obviously the same or the equivalent to the Challenger 2. So yeah, so I think this uses a 125mm rifled cannon. Obviously, American tanks use a smoothbore cannon, I think. I'm not too sure, but I think that's what they use. So yeah. Now, obviously, as you can see, if I move this minifig, I did incorporate a suspension system, as it was quite big enough to incorporate a suspension. So yeah, really happy how it turned out. It moves really well, doesn't get caught or anything. So yeah, obviously using Brickmania track links because they're the only double wide track links that are available. But yeah, like I said, so really happy how it turned out, especially the turret, because I think the turret is the most hardest part to do. Especially as it at the front, it has like a very kind of like sloped inwards turret, and it kind of at the front, the barrel cuts, the mantlet, I think, like just slopes down, so very hard to do. Yeah, really happy how it turned out. So just a back view, or like rear view. Obviously the turret, pretty happy with. Back, it kind of does slope come up like that. So yeah, I did the actual tank does have a extra fuel tank, but that was only for the use out in the first Gulf War, which is 1991. I'm not too sure if it was used all the time, but yeah, so this was used by the British Army in 1991 in the Coalition Strike Force, which was with America, Britain, Poland, France, and I think another country. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that those kind of main countries were in a coalition with each other against Iraq, who did at the time invade Kuwait. So yeah, and yeah, so at the front just has a kind of little hatch. It doesn't actually open, but it's just like a round tile to represent that. And yeah, obviously one on top of the turret, so one there. So I think that'd be the commanders or the gunners, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's the commanders. It has like a little kind of windscreen to stop bullets or dust getting in his face when he's trying to drive a 60-ton tank. And yeah, but this was also used out in the Kosovo campaign. I'm not entirely sure where that is, but I think it's kind of near Russia. I'm not entirely sure, but it's around that kind of area. And yeah, so this was used with other countries as well, NATO allies and various other countries. And yeah, so I just have a quick size comparison against the scimitar. So obviously these two would have fought alongside each other, much like the Abrams and the Bradley would have done. And then obviously the British equivalent of the Humvee, almost anyway. So yeah, really good scale wise, looks really accurate. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, then please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.